What is up, you guys? Three Stacks here representing TKOG. I'm coming at you guys with a deck profile featuring my teammate, my boy Russell, aka Kai Bustle, representing Big Backs No More. That was our team name. We showed up to the 3v3 YCS in Las Vegas, played our hearts out. We made it to day 2 with an extra record of X2-1, not knowing that there was no way we were ever going to make it to top 16, no matter what. We learned the hard way. There were a lot of X2s that didn't even make it. And basically top 16 was pretty much X1s and X11s. And like one X2 clutched it in at the last minute. But we did what we came here to do. We played very well. My teammates really held me down. I cannot stress enough. This man is a methodical madman, bro. Honestly, the way he plays Blue Eyes, it's crazy because like this dude took the strategy. And where people were playing Blue Eyes as a combo deck, this man said, I'm about to play Blue Eyes Control. He is actually insane. He actually finished his finishing record, what was it, like X2 1 with the draw. Basically, yeah, X2 1. He absolutely he cut up all day. So yeah, take it away, bro.
Yeah, so for the Blue Eyes engine, obviously you're 2 vanilla Blue Eyes. I like to play commons. I just like clapping people with commons.
Fire.
They get so
clapping with the comments.
And then I played 1 Jet Dragon. So this card is your in-archetype route to Detonator. You're playing roughly up to 20 non-engine cards. So they're just going ending on Detonator pass at that point. So this card always threatens Detonator in the damage step, so they can't even chain to it. The other thing that this card does is it insulates your board from destruction removal. They can't target your True Light. They can target your True Light, but they can't destroy it. So they can only target him. So once he's out on the field with your spawn traps, you're basically insulated from Detonator. Detonator can't even do anything. Duster can't do anything.
Literally crazy. All your cards can't be destroyed.
Yeah, you should definitely play this, especially while Ryzel is still dominating the format.
I love it, and he just keeps coming back forever.
Yeah. And then I play Triple Maiden.
That's my girl.
3 Sage. Wishes. Or Ultimate Fusion. This card's insane.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about this. I don't really see any Blue Eyes players playing this, or even the Jet, to be honest. These two are like, these choices.
Yeah, so this card comes up so much because sometimes you'll just have sometimes you're in a position where you're going second and you don't really have a way to threaten the board, but you have like 2 dragons in hand, for example, or a level 1 and then access to spirit. Mm-hmm. So what you can do is if you open like Blue Eyes, or if you send Blue Eyes Engrave and then you activate this, you can activate this and immediately create Tyrant, and Tyrant threatens the whole board. Also, too, you can just do this as your first action, so like they can't even chain Detonator to something to pop it.
Right.
So that came up too. I think this can also recycle like your spheres if you reuse it, or like I'm playing Double Tyrant.
That's right. It shuffles the materials.
So you can shuffle any dragon material, and you can use Tyrant as its own material for another Tyrant.
That's crazy.
I think this card is like needed in every list. I would 100% play this. Mausoleum, True Light, Majesty.
The commons.
And then honorary Blue Eyes card, Skill Drain. Blue Eyes can play under Skill Drain. You're playing a 3000 beat stick. I won 1 game with this card off of a mouse player. I just flipped this against him and like he got immediately scooped. So.
Doesn't Tyrant actually, if you have Tyrant up before you flip Skill Drain, isn't he just unaffected by this?
Yeah, Tyrant's unaffected by Skill Drain too. He's unaffected by all traps, actually.
So you can literally just grind with Skill Drain and Tyrant resetting this.
Yeah, Skill Drain, Majesty, reset.
That's crazy.
Wins the games by itself.
So the only cards I guess would really interact properly would be like the Spell Traps of back rows, right? And this and Drill Beam just... That's actually crazy. Dude.
Yeah, I don't know why no one main Skill Drain in the stack. Like, if you have a auto wins Floodgate versus like some decks, like you should just play it.
Right.
And then I played an actual Spheres target. I played Grand Tusk.
An actual target.
So no Blue Eyes video, no Blue Eyes list, even the OCG. do not play this card. This card made spheres like a 3-card interruption, and this card threatens to summon out Jet 2 because you're popping something on removal. You're destroying something, I should say.
Oh, so, like when he pops, you trigger Jet Engrave.
Jet
That's
Engrave
actually
too.
a huge tempo swing.
Yeah. So that came up a couple times as well. Yeah, this card is super strong. Sure, he's another brick, but at the same time, too, the amount of power that it offers to the deck.
Right.
Because what it also does is it insulates your sphere, so people... if people summon X, dump aggregator to negate spheres.
Right, like
you still get
thinking they're gonna force it out early.
Yeah, try to force it out early. You still get value out of it. To summon this guy, and this pops like 2 Rhizal bodies. Nobody expected this card.
So like when people X'd and dumped aggregator targeting your seals, you didn't immediately activate it, did you?
No, I just
you just still sat on the seals and waited till they had 2 cards.
Yeah, sat on the seals, waited till they had 2 cards.
I guarantee you that was a huge surprise factor for a lot of people.
Yeah, nobody expected this card. Everyone thought it was actually cool that I was playing this. So yeah, you should for sure play this card.
I agree. I remember you telling me that you decided to opt for spheres as your go-to end board, and you said your win rate dramatically increases when you just focus on spheres.
Yeah, spheres just wins you way more games in this format, especially against like Rhizal and the mirror match.
Right.
It also
a lot more than Spirit.
Yeah, it lets you play around Nibiru too, so like there's like nothing that really threatens it. The only like they can't even bistio it because by the time you're making spheres, it's the only monster that you have on field entry, so they can't even like bistio it away.
You have no monsters.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
So,
that's fire. So do you typically end on seals with no other monsters to purposely play around the bistios?
Yeah, I usually just end on spheres and like just spawn traps. That's it.
Seals and back rows?
Seals and back rows. I
was watching you cook, bro. I was just like, the audience is probably blown away, bro. You were literally cooking people with just seals and back rows.
Yeah, seals and back rows. All you do.
Day. Both days.
Yeah, I never summoned Spirit during the entire event.
You're playing Blue Eyes and you're never summoning Spirit?
Yeah.
The whole YCS?
The whole YCS.
Yoda.
Master Yoda.
It's a YCS event. You have to play you have to have a competitive edge. So you have to play this engine. These cards, this engine is just so strong.
Gosh.
Yeah, Drill Beam is just a huge tempo based archetype. Is what I would call it. Drill Beam just constantly resets itself. You get so much value out of it. This engine alone eats up like 3 hand traps. Like you double Imper and Barrel, it doesn't matter. I still end on spheres.
Right. That's crazy.
So that's what I was doing all day. This engine alone made it like 2 to 3 hand traps. I ended on spheres. They normal summon ice, special summon like sword. I was like, okay, I'll go to spheres, bounce like Lordy Load back to hand. And then Drill Beam's not live because it was set from the barrel.
Right.
Grand Tusk pops too. The next card that they activate, I just Drill Beam it.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. That's like very heads up. Because the thought too, right, is like if you go Seals, bounce, Lordy Load, and they ash your Seals to keep you off Blue Eyes, so your Drill Beam's dead, you already gave yourself the target for Drill Beam, so if they ash the Seals, it's going to diminish in value because they're still having to play into the Drill Beam.
Yep.
That dude, you're a genius. He's a genius. He can't even get bit-sealed either. He's a genius. Dude, I love this archetype. I really feel like I just wanted to emphasize on this. This is his profile. You guys, Lordly Load always beats 2 effect negation hand traps by itself.
Always.
It's the best card to open in the whole engine. It's better than Aether because it gets the Aether and you can negate his effect and then negate the Spirit because you have no choice. And this can call Blue Eyes and get spheres. So through 2 hand traps, you end on spheres, which is literally he's playing Grand Tusk.
Yeah, spheres is literally 3 interruptions or 3 pops.
And he could just bounce his own Lordly Load, but it's just crazy because the Aether Barrel's already coming back. It's just so stupid.
And then you have a ton of non-engine space. So I play Triple Fool for the event. You have to play most armies. There's no if and buts about it at a YCS event.
Shout out to my Flu players.
Thank you, Jacob, for letting me borrow these, or Ivan for letting me borrow these, and I also borrowed Pirellias from Jacob.
Shout outs Jacob and Ivan.
Triple Ash.
Comments.
Ogres. Veilers. Imperms.
Commons.
Purge. Yeah, I mean, all these hand traps. Like I kind of dedicated my main deck because I was the player C to Ryziel.
And it worked out.
And it worked out.
It really did.
I think half of my matches were Ryziel. I only lost to one Ryziel player.
He only lost to one.
And I was opening like a really poor hand versus like he opened like insane. And then half of it was blue eyes mirrors and one branded.
He hasn't lost a single mirror. This is just crazy.
Since I've been playing this deck. Yeah, like all these just cards just come up. Someone tried to do the Crimson line. I had Ogre. I just ogred his Crimson, and then he just lost.
It's not a combo deck.
It's not a combo deck, guys. Don't play.
Stop doing that, bro. That's why you're playing that side of Vince.
All right. I'll go on to the extra.
Oh yeah,
so
let's do it.
We're making from the Crimson package, so I had to play it. But I played it for a different reason.
Let's hear it.
So there's a lot of Ryziel lists that are kind of copying like Santoli's build from like a regional or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, his Ryziel board build focused on more of a board breaking approach, with like Ashmore Charmies in the main as well. And they were siding in like Lancia, and everyone's playing like a Spell and Trap move on the side.
Right.
Those builds too.
The Storms and Dusters.
Yeah. So basically, these two cards help you insulate your Spell and Traps. Especially this one, particularly this one.
Right.
From destruction. So like basically, what he does is the first time your spells and traps would be destroyed, or cards would be destroyed.
Like any of your cards on your field?
Yeah, any of my cards would be on the field. They're not destroyed. So like
that's crazy.
They have to open Storm and Duster.
It's almost like Jet in a way, because like Jet has a very similar protection, except it's just everything but itself can't be destroyed.
Yeah, exactly. But you're gonna have hands where like you won't have access to Jet.
Right.
Like you'll have access to Jet like mid game, sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I never made this line. People that I played against, like they're all playing the like hand trap version, so this just didn't come up. Ultimate compliment them, and then the spirits.
You guys, he literally never made these cards.
I literally never made.
So you're telling me you didn't even synchro summon playing Blue Eyes, the whole YCS?
I just made spheres, spheres, Tyrant, and then Blue Eyes Beatdown.
Blue Eyes Beatdown.
I didn't summon this guy either. But yeah, I mean, you should still play these 4 cards. These 2 cards should be Aggregator and SP.
I agree with that. Utility.
SP is just, you just want utility cards. Like, even though it doesn't come up, like, just having the SP, it's just better than, like, these 2. Like, these guys, like, they play into, like, Nib, they play into, like, so many other things. It's just good. It's just, like, what do you want to play around? Like, in the format, really. Lina, and then the other links, the 2 spirits, and the
card's phenomenal.
The spheres,
FTK.
This card's literally FTK. And then for XYZs, I played Indigo and Typhon. A lot of lists don't even play Indigo. This card won me 2 games. One against Branded and one against, I think, the mirror match too. I made him, negated everything that was face up on his field, including his True Light. Special summon Blue Eyes from Banishment because he was playing, because he magmuted my Blue Eyes. And then I had Jet in hand. This is 4K. This is the Blue Eyes I had summoned out is 4K. And then Jet bounces 1 card and then attacks for game.
That's a crazy OTK.
Yeah. So this card pumps out a lot of damage. If you don't know his on-field effect when he's summoned, it negates all face-up cards on the field that your opponent controls, and it's permanently negated. So he's really strong. He's really good in the mirror match. He's good against like Horus, and then you'll have weird game states where like there's like no active negation like on the field, and you can just make this guy, then make Tyrant, and then you just destroy everything. Speaking of Tyrant. There he is.
The GOAT.
The GOAT. Oops. Tyrant and the Neo Blue Eyes. You obviously have to play him. And then 2 because I'm playing Ultimate Fusion. So what you can do is you can make 1 Tyrant, let's say with the Wishes combo, and let's say they out it. You could then recycle the Tyrant to summon the other Tyrant.
So it's like you have 3 Tyrants.
And it's like, so it's like I have 3 Tyrants. So you can do that. There's other plays you can do with like Roar. to so like you could use like one tyrant in the grave, you use roar engrave, diffuse to make another tyrant.
That's crazy.
You can do that too.
He's soft once on everything, right?
Yeah, he's soft once on everything. Yeah, so that's why that's why some people do that combo. Yeah, I mean, the cards that actually came up were obviously this. You have to make this. I didn't make line out at all.
Yeah.
I made Indigo. Typhon actually won me the branded game too. But I did not make any of these, including Ultimate.
So you played an 8-card extra deck.
8-card extra deck.
X-Draft confirmed. So Lina never even came up to like summon their detonators to threaten their follow-up?
So I could have. There were game states where I could have done that. But it was just like not needed. Like there were places where I could have just made, where I could have, like I just ended on just Blue Eyes control on the field with like drill beam set, and that was better.
Yeah. It's crazy. Deck really just recycles interactions over and over and over.
Yeah, that's all you do with this deck. You recycle your interactions with like drill beam, the traps, and then going second, you just make Tyrant destroy everything.
Destroy everything.
So, yeah, it's just really good. And then side deck, I sided Aggregator, but moving forward, I'm gonna put this in the main deck. Cut out the Crimson package, for that in SB, and then Ultimate Series to complement it. I drew this against Ryziel a few times, and you just have to play it for the format.
Right.
It's just really strong. A lot of you're simplifying the Ryziel board towards the only end on detonator, and then at that point you just draw that. You draw this card, and then you just win the game from there.
You have 17 cards to stop duo drive.
Yeah, and then more cards to slow them down. More cards to slow them down going first. And then the rest is just mouse hate. So the Molcharmi, Meows, and the Lancias. I only played one mouse in the main event. Unfortunately, I did not see these.
Didn't you only pretty much as far as your side, you only saw Ultimate Slayer and then one Perulia?
Yeah, I just saw Ultimate Slayer and I saw Perulia when it didn't really matter.
You guys, he literally he clutched it up for us and he basically just played Blue Eyes and Ultimate Slayers.
Yeah, I literally only played with my main deck and I guess this card and then 8 extra cards.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
the power,
man, guys. Like I didn't play with like 15 cards, which is like insane for like a YCS event.
Right. That's just very indicative of the power of this strategy when it's played. I think in the approach that you play it specifically.
Yeah. Yeah. This is not a combo deck. There are also builds. I mean, there's. I've seen a lot of players get greedy with like making like double spirit or just like even ending on like spirit to kind of like play around ogre too. But, like, it's better to play around Nib than Ogre.
Right.
There are games where you don't even need True Light.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, my True Light got outed, like, a few times, and then, like, I just didn't even need it.
They really play in the Nib just to play around Ogre. Trying to not get their board wiped by the Ogre on True Light, and then get their board wiped by Nib anyways. Sad.
It's sad. But, yeah, that's kind of it.
Wow.
I want to give a few shout-outs. Shout-outs to Big Backs No More. Stacks and Terry. Especially I'm proud of Terry. He did awesome at the event.
Stop.
He played out of his mind.
He played out of his mind.
He really did. This is not the Terry that we brought here.
Yeah.
He solo leveled this whole event.
He activated
Jinwoo energy.
Super Saiyan at the event, and they got blown up.
Gosh.
Bro.
Dynamic.
I'm saying, man, every time somebody made him mad, all of a sudden he started playing out of his mind, bro. He blacked out and then turned into a different person.
Shout out to Jacob and Ivan for letting me borrow cards. I really appreciate that. It's super nice of you guys.
Woo woo.
And yeah, shout out to family back home and some of the local friends and local members that come to our shop in Seattle.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to run those likes. Subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. Tap in for some more. We will be showcasing more Blue Eyes content. And I really want you guys to learn more from Russell, a.k.a. Kai Bustle. I think that as far as Blue Eyes goes, that this is definitely the man right here. I've seen a lot of Blue Eyes players, and nobody plays like him. Nobody was really onto the tech cards that he was onto. the reason why he did so well at this event was not only his preparation, but also just his meticulous planning and the tech cards that he chose to play, which were non-conventional. Thinking for himself, the innovation really helped a lot. And I think that helped him as a standalone Blue Eyes player. And you guys got to understand, too, he hasn't lost a single mirror match.
Nope.
So, yeah, you guys, this is the Blue Eyes guy, man. This is a go-to right here. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Light skin Brandon.
Light skin Brandon. Deuces as well, y'all.